So for number 3, it said if you invest $40 in an account for 10 years at 3% interest rate, how much money will you have? All right, so the initial amount is 40. Do we agree or disagree so far? And then the percent was 3%. The decimal would be 0.03, and the function you use is a times 1 plus r to the t power. Yes, no, maybe so. It's in, this part is not in the crate, it's over here. Did you get the notes though? Because the notes are in the crate. Cool. Alright, so then you plug this in, you get show them, that's a y. Y equals 40 times 1 plus 0.03. After how many years? What's our t? 10. Thank you, Jackson, for paying attention. Alright, so then we do 1 plus 0.03, and we get 1.03 to the 10th power. And then we plug it into our handy-dandy calculator. And 1.03 to the 10th power is a big old decimal. You multiply it by 40, and you guys should have gotten $53.76. How many of us got that right? One person? 2 people? Look at you guys go over here. Take a point. Slytherin for the win. Take a point. Jordan, are you sure? Because you wrote 55.75. Did you get it right? Fix that real quick.
I got it right.
Did you just write the wrong thing on here? No. Like, did you write the wrong answer on here and you have the same thing on your paper? Or you did it wrong in your notes?
I got it right.
You did it right? Then no. She's not fixing it. She wrote the right thing down. She just wrote weird numbers down on here.
I got it right.
I'm so proud of you. Take a point.
You said it was right. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were listening.
I was. Whose is... Alright, Bronson, remember it's money, so you round to the nearest decimal place. Or you round to the 2 decimal places, because it's money. So you would say 53.76, okay? Alright? Henry, did you do 0.3 instead of 0.03? Okay, do you see why we should do 0.03? Because you move it 2, right? Okay. Kimberly, did you just do the wrong operation in your calculator? Okay. Who's number 10? Hey, did you take a point? Because you got it right? Are you with us and paying attention? Are you sure? Did you get a point for getting it right? Troy, you did 1.3 as well. Alright, number 4. Alright, so this is increasing by 22%, so that's 0.22. So you should have y equals 100 times 1 plus 0.22. And after how many years? What's our t on this one? 5. Okay, so that gives you y equals 100 times 1.22 to the 5th power. And you get 270 frogs. Now, the reason that you don't round it to a decimal place in this one is because you can't have 0.2 frogs. That's not how it works. So since it gives you this long decimal, but we're dealing with animals, you can't have half an animal. So you round it up and get frogs. I'm sorry?
That's 220, right?
This is a 7? Who's number 20? Don't round. Can't have 0.27 frogs. But good job. Same thing, Alexia. Troy, how'd you get 273? Same thing. Jordan, how'd you get 273? You don't know? Troy, how'd you get 273? Well, what you think we doing? Kimberly, you did yours correctly up to here. You just have your decimal wrong. So, how did you get this decimal place? Okay. It should be over here. Okay. And then all of these people didn't do their homework. And someone wrote, I didn't do it, and then erased it and copied someone else's work. Love it, children. You think I don't notice these things. Alright, let's turn to the back. Number 6. Alright, the population of Austin is growing at a rate of 5% per year. In 2010, the population was 500,000. What would be the predicted current population? So, you would have y equals 500,000 because that's what we're starting with, right? And then it would be 1 plus what? What's our decimal for this one? 0.05. Good. And how many years have passed between 2010 and right now? 7 years. If you didn't do your homework last night, what should you be doing right now? Copying this down. Alright, 1.05 to the 7th power gives us a big old decimal. And then 7th power. I'm sorry. My words today. I got 703,550 people. What did y'all get? Same thing? Go team! Take a point if you get it right. I don't know why you're saying anything. You weren't here yesterday. Jordan, did you get it right? Good job. Michaela, did you get it right? Good job. Look at y'all's team go. Killing it over here. D'Angelo, did you get it right? Why?
I think I'll let you get it right.
What'd you do? Did you do the back? So that's why.
Okay. The back I did the decays on the back. But I didn't do the
Why did you do the decay? We haven't talked about decay yet. Why would you do that? Okay, alright. And then it says, use the equation from the previous question and predict in what year Austin's population will first reach 101 million, not 100. What do y'all think? What year did you get? Or did you not know how to do that one, so you just stopped? Well, thank you for letting me know that. Start by setting it equal to 1 million, because that's what we're trying to get, right?
Yeah.
And we're still using the same rate. What would you do from here? Could you divide both sides by 500,000? Okay, so let's do 1 million divided by 500,000. I got 2. Alright, so then from there, all you have to do is plug in different numbers for x to see which one gets you close to 2. So we know that 7 got us 1 point something, so we're going to go higher than 7. So pick a number that you want to plug in for x and tell me what you think. 9? Okay, so everybody get your calculator. You should all have calculators because it's math class. Do you know where calculators in this classroom are? Okay, then what should you do? No. Alright, everybody type in 1.05. What button do we hit next? The caret button. And Alexia suggested 9. Does that get us close to 2?
No.
Nope, not yet. Alright. Pardon? 15. Alright, 1.05 caret 15.
There's not a carrot on there.
That goes over. What if we tried 14?
12.
14. No! Why?
What are you hoping?
No! I don't care if Jesus stands there and opens his hand. No! Sit down. Take off 2 points from your table.
What?
You threw a
You can't not when
calculator.
someone puts up their hands not
Yes,
throwing.
you can.
No.
Are you serious? 2 points gone.
Why can't I just race on?
Okay, so 14 gave us 1.97999, and 15 gave us 2.07, correct? So it's between 14 and 15 years. So what year would that be? It started in 2010. So what's 2010 plus 14? 2024. So between 2024 and 2025. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad at you right now. Like, holy cow.
She just want to kick the head up.
No, I don't get caught doing
Go ahead and cut this out.
But you got caught this time.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Alright, zombies.
We'll say we didn't see anything.
I'm in the ring too.
Well, she don't see anything either.
I'm in the ring too. You need to hush.
What am I doing?
This is not your situation. You need to not be in it.
Oh, well.
I don't know why you're oh-welling her, but that's not how you talk to a teacher. Thank you. Alright, so on this one, it's a zombie function, right? And it's growing. Now, does it tell us the percentage? It just says it's doubling, right? And we know that when it doubles, it would be a times 2 to the x. We've done the double function. And a is our starting point. So how many zombies do we currently have? We have 25 zombies currently. And we're trying to figure out after how many days will there be to get 25,600 zombies. So what are we going to set this equal to? 25,600. Yes. Look at you get a point. You can take a point too, Jordan. Okay, now what would we do to get 2 to the x by itself? Divide by 25. You should enunciate. And you get 1024. Now, how do you think we would find x? Could we plug numbers in? Like we did on the previous one? Okay, let's plug numbers in. What do you think the exponent would be to get 1,000? We know it has to be bigger than 5.
6.
10? Okay, let's do 2 to the 10th power. So hit 2, hit the caret button, type in 10. Does that work? So after how many days are we going to get 25,600 zombies? 10 days.
There's like no carrot button. To be quiet. Is that right here?
You didn't, that's why you asked. Alright, so, any questions on growth? Yes, no, maybe so.
No.
Alright, let's do decay. Yay! We're coming back to it. Alright, so add and decay to your learning target. Come on. Because guess what happens tomorrow?
We get to sleep.
Notebook test.
And then we get to sleep.
Yeah, I'm coming in the morning.
Alright, so let's open to decay. So growth is when the exponential graph goes up. What do you think the graph of the decay is going to look like? It's going to go down. Are you guys ready?
No.
Rapido. Alright, so again, we're going to take notes like we did yesterday. We're going to work a sample problem out, and then we're going to do those other problems together. Friday, you're going to have an exponent test, exponential function test. So you're going to have exponential functions like we did Monday and Friday and Thursday of last week, and these.
Okay. Will you give us a review?
Yes, we're going to have a study guide and we're going to do a review. And I'll even put a Kahoot up so that you can play Kahoot. Alright, so exponential decay occurs when a quantity decreases by the same rate. And what did the rate was represented by? What letter? R. Rate is R. In each time period T. Now, what is the difference between the equation of a growth and a decay? One has a subtraction and one has a addition. Good. Both of you take a point. No, I said the equation. You were talking about the graph. Okay, so Y is still our final amount. What is A? The initial amount, starting amount. What is R? The rate. And how do we plug rate into our formula? Is it as a decimal or a percent? Decimal, good. And our last one, T, time. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? ¿Por qué no? I asked you if you got the notes out of the tray and you said yes. So you lied. Okay. Pardon?
I forgot the much. Tomorrow, I promise.
That's what you've been saying for a month.
I promise.
Alright, so again, we're going to plug it into this formula. So it says that the population of white tigers is decreasing at a rate of 4.5% each year. There are currently 200 white tigers in the world. How many will be left in 11 years? That's sad. Alright, so...
Are these real situations or just...
Yes. Alright, so we're trying to find our final amount. What's our initial amount? How many tigers do we have right now? 200. You do not get wild animals as pets. No.
I've got a snake one.
I got these 16. I think
One.
like 5 years.
Alright, now we have 1. Am I going to write a plus or a minus? Minus. What is the decimal that I'm going to plug in? My percentage is 4.5%, but what's my decimal?
0.045.
Yes. So 0.045. And how many years are we looking at? 11 years. Good. So this time we're not just adding 1 and our decimal, correct? What are we doing? We're subtracting, all right? So everybody please subtract. 1 minus 0.045.
0.955.
0.955 to the 11th power. Okay, so how do we type that into our calculator? We do. We hit 0.0955, 0.955, and we hit caret into the what power? And then what do we multiply that by? 200. And how many tigers are we going to have left? Can't round up because we can't just make one, right? 120. 120 tigers. Now, when it's an animal or a person, you can't round up because you can't just create 1 out of a half. It's not how anything works. Okay, how about just no? Not any of your side babbles.
I'm just joking, Jesus. You need a Snickers bar.
I don't. I just need y'all to be quiet and let us do our work. Alright, now, let's look at our worksheet, a homework worksheet. Homework worksheet. This guy. Pardon?
You multiply it by 11 for you get to here 11.
Yes?
You got like 0 point.
And then I multiply that times 200. No. And leave this out because we're going to come fill our Venn diagram in a minute. Alright, let's do this decay together. Are you guys ready? Mr. MD is losing 20% of his hair each year. If he currently has 1,546 hairs, about how many hairs will he have left after 10 years? So what's our initial amount?
1,546.
Good, take a point. Alright, what's our percent? 20%. And so what is that in decimal form, y'all? No, not 0.0, 0.2, 0.20. So remember, this one isn't 0.0 because your decimal is right here, and you move it 2 places to the left, and that becomes 0.20. Does that help? Okay, now the function that we're using, are we adding 1 and r this time, or are we subtracting? Why do we subtract? It's a decay. It's declining. Good job, y'all. Okay, so what is our... What is our A? What's our initial amount?
1546.
All right, 1546 times 1 minus what? 0.20. And how many years are we talking about for home skillet? 10 years. We should be calculating, not just sitting there staring at me or waiting to figure out what other people are doing. Alright, what's 1 minus 0.20?
0.8.
Alright, and then I raise that to the what power? And then do I multiply it by 1546 or divide? Multiply. And how many hairs on his heady head does he have left? 166 hairs. I couldn't say chinny chin chin, so. Because it's not on his face, it's on his...
Okay, it took me a while to process. You don't...
But I was explaining it to you. You asked...
It is on his face because
Oh my, stop. Alright, any questions about that one? Do we feel okay? Could we do that? Why? Okay, so you start by doing 1 minus 0.20, correct? And then you hit the caret button. And what are we raising it to? What power? Okay, so you type in 10. And now we're going to multiply it. So you hit multiply. And then you multiply it by 1546. Tell him I love him. Thank you. Alright, turn it over. Can you do the species of fishies without me?
No, you are.
Why? Yes, you can. Do it without me because we have another worksheet. Let's go. What you laughing at?
How to say the human version of
I'm not laughing at anything. I can laugh at me. No, I said.
Henry did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm the human version of what? Why am I mean?
Would it be the point zero?
It's just the like persona you give off to people. Like that face right now.
The vibe I give off, you can't give off a persona.
You must really hate children.
Point
your career.
Like, I mean, just straight up.
Alright, so on Half-Life, if you want to do the Half-Life problems, that's a decay. Alright, so A is your final amount. T is the number of half-lives. In a given time period. And P is your initial amount. We always turn stuff into the tray. So then this one would be 45 times 0.5. 4 hours. Okay, so you would do 24. Hey, I'm going to finish a Half-Life and compound interest. Manny, y'all should not be walking out because I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking to you.
Okay.
So I'm going to put a Half-Life and compound interest video on Google Classroom. You're going to need to watch it. You have to like and comment on the video for me to know that you watched it to get your credit. Does everybody understand? Like and comment on the video.
No.
No.